The media has been openly advocating this bill, not just in news content, but they are speaking out publicly.
Politically, it's hard to do in one step. You have to convince people to give up the insurance. Forget about mollifying the insurance companies. That's not going to happen. But you have to convince people to completely give up the insurance they have. Whereas something that lets people keep the insurance they have, but then offers the option of a public plan, may evolve into single payer, but you can do it politically. And
at some point, you have to win. Not everything, but you have to put winning first. And it has to stop being a question of, yes, I would like to sign the insurance companies out of existence with my pen. It would be sweet.
Giving up your private health insurance to usher in a single-payer system and signing insurance companies out of existence. Personal opinions brought to you by employees of the New York Times and the Washington Post. Meet the Press hosted New York Times columnist Tom Friedman, who was not content to simply endorse the bill. He expressed envy at how efficient the communist Chinese government was in the way it can issue ironclad mandates compared to the compromise inherent in our two-party constitutional republic.
Tom, are we at a kind of turning point in America in terms of being able to make this a functioning country again, or are we dysfunctional?
Well, this is what worries me. That I've been saying for a while, Tom. There's only one thing worse than one-party autocracy, the Chinese form of government, and that's one-party democracy. In China, if the leadership can get around to an enlightened decision, it can order it from the top down. Okay. Here, when you have one-party democracy, one party ruling, basically, and the other party basically saying no, every solution is suboptimal. And when your chief competitor in the world can order optimal and you can only produce suboptimal, because what happens, whether it's healthcare or the energy bill, votes 1 through 50 cost you a lot. Votes 50 to 59 cost you a fortune. And vote 60, his name's Ben Nelson. And by the time you've made all those compromises, you end up with the description David had of the health care bill, which is this Rube Goldberg contraption. I really hope, personally hope it passes. I hope it works, but I can't tell you I think it's optimal.
As shameless as it is for them to show their political bias when discussing news topics, the Times goes well beyond that. This article does more than take sides. It woefully attempts to show that their opinion is in alignment with traditional American values. The Times is predicting that the government will be accused of rationing healthcare, yet it is attempting to build a case in defense of it. The media wants it both ways, and the hypocrisy is outrageous. The article hits an appalling crescendo when it suggests that patients will risk prostate cancer, then become incontinent, parents will forego discovering if a fetus will be born with Down syndrome, or a patient in intensive care will slink off to a hospice to prevent money being spent on their recovery. We can't help but wonder if the Times editorial staff would have the same opinion if a family member were facing a similar healthcare crisis.